Fang, lightning, they turned to crystal so that we might live. It was an enormous sacrifice.
My sister and the others, I think they wanted to preserve life. They gave us a chance to live again.
Why don't we start running?
They put the future in our hands. We're in a position to build a society based on human technology, no longer subject to the whim of the Foul Sea. That's the gift we've been given.
Yeah, that's not a bad gift.
Guests of yours, Director? Watch your step in there.
Thank you.
Isn't the Academy a research institute? Why do you need so many soldiers?
Without the Foul Sea around, we have to be able to protect ourselves. And that means guns.
The time distortions spawn hostile creatures. Until we can resolve the paradox, we need military force to repel threats. These armed patrols are essential for our safety.
Treasure!
So, those are the visitors from the past, huh?
A great many things have happened.
Snow, Saz, or lightning, ruins. Lightning is our main objective, so.
Hope, do you still think my sister is trapped inside that crystal pillar?
I always had doubts, and it wasn't just me. Saz had them as well.
Really? Saz too?
Yes. He couldn't believe that lightning would just up and leave Sarah like that. After all, she was the one who said we shouldn't face things alone, that we should stick together. A great many things have happened.
Oh, I actually get to talk about things this time.
So Hope, have you heard anything from Snow?
Nothing, I'm sorry to say. Not a single word. Not since he left on his mission.
No sign of him for 10 whole years? Sounds like we're not the only ones traveling through time.
You might be right. Considering Snow's uncanny ability to find trouble, he's almost certainly aware of these temporal aberrations.
It's crazy the character hopes to become. I don't know,
A great
like,
many things have happened.
if you've played the last one, he is basically like a sad, destroyed little boy.
I wonder how Saz and little Dodge are doing.
We've been out of touch. Saz took Dodge to live on Grand Pulse, and he was flying airships the last I heard. Then suddenly they both disappeared. I searched everywhere but never found them.
Look at us, all gone our separate ways.
Yes, and I can't tell you how much it means to have you here now. Saz and Snow may have set off on different paths, but I've started to think that, in the end, we're all headed towards the same goal.
So I wonder, are we all traveling through time
Many
then?
things have happened.
This is some kind of ancient city, right?
The city of Padra, or so we believe. It was the center of a great kingdom built by a nation known as the Farseers.
The Farseers? You're telling me there used to be enough of them to build this entire town?
According to our research, we believe they constituted an entire nation. A polity that was ruled by a Cirrus.
Can you see me now? Standing here in this place?
So this nation, Padra? Their leader was a Cirrus, right?
Yes. The Cirrus would read the fates, see the future, and guide her country.
Yule.
What did the inhabitants do for food?
This place is off limits to the public. Even authorized personnel need a permit for access.
Here.
Thanks.
You've traveled through time. I suppose it's not surprising you know about these things. The power to rule was passed down from one Cirrus to the next. She was always called Yule.
If they could read time, why did they die out? Surely they could see the danger coming and do something to avoid it.
No, they were destroyed because they could see the future.
Why?
The Cirrus Yule foresaw the future destruction of this city. Some citizens wanted to try to avert the disaster. Others felt that they should simply abandon their homes and run. A few fell into despair and took their own lives. The divided populace clashed. The nation was torn apart by civil war.
Being able to see the future is awfully dangerous. It can mess with people's heads.
Tell me about it. The nation fell apart, and the survivors fled into the wildlands, avoiding contact with others.
Huh. So you know the story.
Oh! Come on, Director Hope! I want to show them! It's okay to show them, isn't it?
She's a little high-strung.
This way. Here. This is what lies at the heart of our paradox. The Oracle Drive. We've been giving it careful study.
But how did you...
Wait. You know of these devices?
Oh, well, yeah, I've heard of them. In books and stuff.
The Oracle Drive appears to be some kind of recording apparatus from ancient times. We've excavated a number of the devices. However, the recordings depict things that cannot be possible. Perhaps you should see for yourselves.
This is how it works.
Also, it's kind of like this, like that thing we saw in the beginning. More around the meteor. Kind of like the end of Final Fantasy
The
13.
device was excavated from an ancient part of the ruins. We used carbon dating methods to determine age. The device and the recordings stored within are several centuries old.
But it shows lightning.
Someone in the past recorded this vision of the future. Perhaps it was the Cirrus Yule herself. What we're concerned about, however, is this. You'll have to excuse the image quality.
I guess Ancients only had a low quality video. And that's what we saw at the very beginning of the game at Valhalla.
Was that my sister?
Yes, I think so. We need to conduct further analysis to be certain.
Is it broken?
No. We've tested both device and data, and everything is nominal. Yet, when we try to view the recording, we get this. Perhaps it's not the recording that's broken. It's the immediate space-time in which we are located.
You mean it could be the paradox? Because the surrounding space-time is twisted, that might be directly affecting the device. So, if the paradox is eliminated, space-time will return to normal. Then we could see the prophecy and find out where my sister is.
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
Here.
An artifact.
This object serves as a key, is that right? We try to make it work ourselves, but with no success.
Yeah. We can use that to travel across time.
Then you may have it. I think it'll be far more useful to you than us. Here.
Well, that was useful.
During the years that passed as we traveled outside time and space, Hope had devoted himself to his research, trying to unlock the mystery of the paradox. If the gates are the cause of the puzzle, they might also be the key to unlocking it. But I wonder, am I getting closer? Will I find lightning in the end?
Time to find that gate.
It was in the ruins.
Alright.
I moved to Pulse when I was just a kid.
Blah blah blah.
I'm collecting parts for my computer terminal. What I really want to get my hands on is the battery used for one of the older models. It wasn't a very popular one. I saw it in a store.
Find the old model battery.
Really? You'll help me try and find the battery? It might be an impossible, but if you say you can get your hands on it, you want to know what I'll be using it for? I'm a collector.
Sure you are. There's a side quest for us, though. That's just cool.
My baby gets so lonely all by himself.
That's why I talk to people, I guess.
How can we be sure that people aren't responsible for the paradox?
I didn't happen to notice where they said the entrance to the ruins was.
Everyone seems so restless.
I wonder if things on the ruins are higher level than the things we were just fighting. Because I sure wouldn't mind leveling up a bit.
How long will that pillar be able to support Cocoon?
Forever. Although if we save lightning in this timeline, wouldn't the crystal... Well, I guess you'd have to save all three of them. The three people who died or turned to crystal in FF13. For it not to be crystal, I guess.
I wonder what's going to happen to Cocoon.
I don't know though. All this time travel nonsense is crazy.
I get so many great ideas and inspirations at night.
Well, I guess that's good that it's always dark. I can see an item.
More and more influential in government. Although some dislike the politics of scientists, they're the smartest people we have.
A Moogle.
Dang you.
That's pretty amazing.
I have no idea how I'm supposed to get over to that.
The Academy is becoming more and more influential in government. Gideon.
Whoops. Was I able to get past that guy up there? I just didn't pay attention. Anyway, I think this will be the first time that I go ahead and do some stuff off screen for this Let's Play. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time just leveling up and killing stuff.